Hey people, Tef here, and we're gonna be touching Cyclonials again. Uh, just kind of continuing where we left off. Here we are, right here, where it was last. Police have found Abby's mansion, and they're gonna do something. All right. Why are the police here? Oh God, Abby, you can't tell them I'm here. What? Why? Because they're looking for me. That's definitely why they're here. They finally started snooping around my social media and they connected me with you and... God damn it, I should have known this would happen. Z, what did you actually do? Does this have to do with the Bitcoin stuff? So, I think I'm less inclined not to make comments from here on out. I'm gonna start actually saying things when I feel them, because I've basically just been holding my tongue because reasons, and I don't think that's necessary. I think that most of the things that I want to say about Cyclonials, any sane person would agree with, and we're just gonna continue from there. You know, I just felt bad for keeping quiet this whole time. I should, when I have a thought, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna record it down for you guys. So, no, not at all. It's worse. I just have to hide. I'm going out back to the horse barn. Please just get rid of them, Abby. I'll explain everything later. The horse barn? No, just stay in my room. Please don't do anything stupid. I can handle this. No, I can't be in here. What if they have a warrant? I need to hide. Tell them it's unconstitutional to search a woman's horse barn. First of all, it's a stable, not a barn. Also, I don't think that's even true. Sure it is. Just keep mentioning the Constitution. The Constitution protects your rights as a horse owner. Just say that until they fucking go away. I'm not talking about the Constitution with a fucking cop. If they don't have a warrant, I'll just make them go away. I'll say I haven't seen you in a while, then you can tell me what's actually going on? Yeah, sure, just get rid of those fucking cops. Lee. There she goes, absconding. You keep an eye out to make sure the police go away. Sure enough, they drive off after what seems like an eternity. Looks like Abby got the job done. Uh-oh. Okay, the cops are gone. I think you have some explaining to do. I can explain. Yes! Maybe you can start with your car and why they found it near a dead cop? I was gonna tell you about what happened last night. Or happened that night, but I couldn't bring myself to. We were having a good time and I didn't want to ruin everything by talking about dead cops and all that shit I went through, like that was... And all that shit I went through that night was, like, traumatic. Okay, it sounds like you went through something terrible. So, let's just slow it down. I'm not mad you didn't tell me, I promise. But please just tell me everything, because obviously I'm involved now. I need to know everything so we can figure out what to do. Yeah, that's fair. Well, the bottom line is, I shot a cop. What? You said you'd be cool. Okay, I will be, but holy shit. When? Was this the night you came over soaking wet? Yeah? Oh God, and that fucking bullet hole. That was a cop bullet. God damn it, I knew that was all fishy. Lamau, you've just been lying your ass off about all this, spinning all these crazy stories about how you shot your own manifesto like it was some manic creative episode, when you were just covering a cop killing? Please don't be mad at me, you said you wouldn't be mad. I'm not mad, I'm just losing it. It would all be kind of funny if it wasn't so serious. So if I'm understanding right, you actually tried to drive to my house that night, even though you were drunk and I told you not to do that. You crashed somewhere and a cop came by and then he shot at you? Yeah? Why? I was trying to grab my manifesto and I think he thought I was reaching for a gun, so I started something... Or so I started mouthing off at him and he fired, so I like jumped at him and I guess I kind of wrestled with him for a bit. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I got his gun and shot him a bunch of times. I don't regret it because he was a piece of shit and he deserved it. Yeah, so I'm still not really... Then you got a ride to my place? No, the cop's dash cam probably recorded me. So I took the police car and drove it into the fucking ocean. Or into the ocean. Oh my fucking god. The puddle! Why, you sneaky bitch. Lol. But yeah, I got an Uber from the wharf after that. Then I kept meaning to tell you, but I could never bring myself to. I just wanted to forget about it, really. I guess I can't blame you. It sounds horrifying. Well, it was, for the pig bastard I shot. Damn. I really need some time to process all this. Wait, the cops showed me a picture of some guy. They asked me if I've seen him before. Oh, shit. That was probably Percy. Percy? The simp I was fucking with before I went out that night. Why do they have that guy's picture? Because I gave it to them? Z! I know, it was stupid. I called 911 to report my car stolen, to set up an alibi, sorta. And they kept asking fucking questions, so I panicked and said he was my ex-boyfriend. I shouldn't have, though. It was the one mistake I made in an otherwise flawless cover-up. Oh, flawless. Sure. You should probably tell him he's been implicated in a crime. I've been thinking about it, but if I couldn't bring myself to tell you, imagine how I feel about dealing with him. Also, whatever I say to him, I might just be incriminating myself. I need to think about it more. You also, couldn't have picked a worse possible time to be a fugitive? You just launched a whole social media brand and have a ton of new followers. In fact, that's almost certainly how they connected you with me. I know it is. That's why they came to your house. I'm sorry. Gee, you really are such a spectacular fucking disaster. I know. God, I'm a complete fuck-up and I'm scared about all this. I don't know what to do except, keep fighting. I think that's why I've been pushing so hard with all this brand shit. Why? To fight? Yeah, I don't want to cower. Not from the people who hate me, not from my past, not from the fucking police. I guess this is the only way I know how. That sort of makes sense. It's pretty risky, though. But it's not like any of this is really your fault. You were just defending yourself. Yeah, but they won't see it that way if they catch me. Of course not. But don't worry. I won't let them catch you. Just stay in my house until we can get this to blow over somehow. But from now on, we shouldn't stream or make content together. And don't make it obvious you're posting content out of my house. We can't give the cops any reason to think you're hiding here. You actually think I should keep working on my brand? Of course I do. You're doing great so far. This Jubilite stuff is so crazy and weird. A lot of my fans are really clicking with it. Plus, we're only getting warmed up with your Pranksis efforts. Lol, yeah. It would be a shame if you shame to pull the plug on that now. Your parents are on the ropes. When all this is said and done, what difference is a little more crime gonna make? In for a penny, right? In for $1 billion. Only $1 billion? Pfft, that's chicken feed, or that's a chicken feed number. I've been training you too well. I just don't want to see you give up. It would suck so much to let this shitty incident defeat you when you were the one who was attacked. Oh boy. Just keep following your vision. I'll do everything I can to protect you. Alright, I'll keep fighting then. Good. What's next on the Jubilite agenda? I was gonna post the next chapter soon. This is where the dogma starts getting dicey. Well, dicier than Pranksis? Well, not legally dicey, I mean socially. It's entering the arena of weird gender shit. Kinda skirting the edges of whatever I was ranting about when I got myself fucking cancelled during my nuclear meltdown. Oh no. Should be fine though, I think this is all actually good shit. And fuck the haters anyway. I think the brand is beyond cancellation at this point. They can try their worst, but it all just goes into the discourse machine now. I'll use it to my advantage to keep business booming. That's what I like to hear. I'm excited to see it. When does it drop? I still need to walk everybody through Pranksis. That's a whole fucking thing, as you know. It certainly is. But maybe in a week, they'll be ready for the real truth bombs. Great. I'm happy to hear you have a plan. I was really rattled by the police stuff, but I think we can work together. We can get this under control. Yeah. Let's just try to forget about all this for today. It's really upsetting hearing about what happened to you. It's fine. I'm benefiting from the healing vibes of Dave Hoof, the true MVP of this outfit. Yes, he sure is. Okay. There's a good pause in this whole narrative. I mean, obviously, should have expected Abby would just cover for her psychopathic, sociopathic, juggalite, fucking ex-juggalette friend who killed a cop. But still kind of disappointing. Then again, story would have just literally ended if she did anything else, so that's, you know, not possible. I can only see them getting dug deeper into this shit and it becoming a serious problem. But what can you do? Yeah, I'm just gonna chalk this up to socialism in a nutshell. 1 week later. Another week slips by like it's nothing. Passage of time is helpless against the momentum of your brand. The march toward 1 million followers is as inexorable as it is captivating. Although, I find it fitting that the face of socialism is a fucking clown. At least in this story. Even Abby, with her vast following, is taken aback by your rapid rise. You may have captured lightning in a bottle, which is hard to explain. Could it be the intrinsic allure of clowns, the socialist demagoguery, your unique flavor of showmanship, or your ability to manipulate discourse and controversy to your benefit? Is it still just a matter of riding Abby's multi-million follower coattails? Or maybe it's just plain pandemic-driven boredom juicing the numbers? No one seems to have the answer, but it's hard to argue with the results. Few have taken to the Jubilite lifestyle with more gusto than Abby herself. In the previous week, she has unveiled her new clown Sona to uproarious acclaim. Apple Pie is a hit, and her clown Sona posts are getting higher levels of engagement than even she's used to. Something peculiar is going on, which wasn't supposed to happen. Her following is spiking right along with yours. She began at around 3 million, and now it's sitting at 3.5. There's an unanticipated synergy between your two brands, which lends something to the claim that you aren't just coasting off her clout anymore. She's starting to get a boost from yours as well. I ship Zabble Pie, to be honest. All I see here is queen shit. We eatin' good with all this serve. Fire clown, fire clown, fire clown, fire clown, clap, clap, fire clown, clap, fire clown. Now that she's figured out radical clown energy is nearly as good for business as fashionably standing certain K-pop groups, she continues hyping your brand with all the more enthusiasm. You know, actually, can I make a comment? I'd like to make a comment. I seem to be noticing a weird little trend as of late. Does everyone remember like the whole clown killer thing that was going on a few years back? Everyone remembers that, right? It wasn't just a fever dream, right? But like current day, 2021. There seems to be more colorophiles than I have ever made note of before. Here, I'll show you an example of what I mean. So I've kind of started work on a visual novel with a few friends, and one of our characters is a clown, and there's a few characters. We have a I'm just gonna show you guys the banner that I made for this thing. We have a few characters here, right? And as you can see, one of them is a fucking clown. I wouldn't suggest playing the. Well, I mean, there's a demo up. I'll leave a link in the description below. We only have one character written so far, and it's just a prologue kind of entry. We're gonna wait until I've rewritten the same script that I was given for Ren'py, because reasons. Ren'py is just we've had a lot of trouble with what we've done so far, but one of the things that I've noticed is that in some of the interactions that we've gotten outside of, like, you know, the listing on Itch.io, is that this boy right here has gotten quite a bit of interest from certain individuals. It's just kind of interesting because coolrophilia seems to be spiking in 2021, and I don't know how to feel about that. Like, out of all of our characters, out of all the characters that we've created so far and kind of shoved out there for people to look at, he's the only one who has his own fan art. And I'm not sure how to feel about that. That's insane. Kind of weird. That out of nowhere, the clown is the first one to get fan art. We haven't even, like, written him yet. The killer clown, because he is a killer. He is a murderer. I just thought that was kind of interesting. I think it's just weird how the world has recovered from the killer clowns of, what was it, 2015? 2016? Anyway, just a weird little common thread I'm seeing through everything right now. So I totally believe this. I totally believe a bunch of clown sonas getting a lot of clout online right now. I think I've actually seen some TikTokers or some shit that were legitimately doing clown shit. Your public lessons on Praxis are a hit as well. Stories of the fandom's implementation of these ideas have begun to circulate, which is becoming a form of content unto itself. Abby has been doing a masterful job of convincing her parents it's all just part of their ploy to own the gullible libs, drive clicks, and take their money. Anyone eavesdropping on her calls with her parents now would be hard-pressed to tell her apart from a staunch Republican. She gives all credit to her mom and dad for training her too well on how to sound like them. But tonight you prepare for something completely different. It has nothing to do with financially subverting the wealthy in a playful manner. You're now delving into the part of your manifesto which engages in the delicate politics of various social constructs. The delivery requires a deft touch, so you may take some time to revisit the material before going live with it. Everything is further complicated by the fact that you need to keep a low profile. You set up a streaming studio in the other wing of Abby's house, never doing anything to indicate the two of you are in the same building. You don't even use her Wi-Fi in case they get clever and subpoena Instagram for tracing purposes or whatever it is they can do. You only stream through your phone's wireless data plan, which is what you're preparing to do right now as it happens. Are you almost ready to stream? Almost. Just brushing up on all this first. Also, I need to release the chapter itself, which I'll do in a minute. I've gotten so antsy to see how everyone will react to your new stuff. Yeah, you've turned into a real discourse dumpster diver. Well, it's all a lot more interesting than the discourse my brand usually gets. Your discourse just revolves around, like, the fact that you're hot and how good or bad your opinion were on K-pop. I think the occasional horse girl fight would erupt. Yeah. I noticed that you've become dolled up in your Clownsona paint a lot more often lately, too. Even in your posts. I love my Clownsona. Not that I'm complaining, but it seems like my brand has completely hijacked yours at this point. The Jubilite cultural hegemony is truly a force to be reckoned with. Sure seems that way. All I know is I'm just having a lot more fun with putting your thing in than I was in the spotlight than what I was doing before. I think my whole influencer routine was getting a little stale, to be honest. Nothing like a ton of outrageous clown propaganda to liven things up. I'm proud to have fully indoctrinated you. No matter what happens from now on, I'll consider you my greatest conquest. Wow. Okay, I just posted the new shit. Let's wait a little while for that to make the rounds. Then I'll start streaming. Do you want to, like, rehearse your message or anything? I usually just wing it the moment I start streaming. Feels more real that way. Maybe we could talk about it anyway, so it's fresh in your mind? Sure. What do you want to talk about? Well, I read the chapter, and I've mainly been wondering how serious you are about this. About what? Clown gender. Abby, I'm dead fucking serious about clown gender. Lol, I can totally believe that. I mean, I personally think it's interesting and all, but I think a lot of people will probably think you're joking, or like trivializing a delicate subject. Of course they will. That's good, actually. It will help drive discourse and pull more people in, but the theoretical foundations of clown gender are totally solid. I think most of your fans will start caping for the idea, especially the simps. Naturally, you can always count on the simps for a strong base of support. I fully expect the simps to start identifying as clown gender in their bios. If not, I will be so disappointed in them. I'm sure they won't let you down. Hey, wait, does that mean there are clown pronouns? I actually did come up with pronouns one time, but I never included them in the manifesto. What were they? Squeak, whim, whiz. Lamau, I guess you can see why that didn't make the cut. I think if I busted that out, those clown pronouns, people would really think I was taking a big gender piss. Plus, I think it would get fucking annoying if tons of people started referring to themselves as Squeak and Whimself and shit. There are certain decisions you can make with a clown ideology that are just plain irresponsible. Clearly, and we've done nothing but impeccable restraint by promoting Pranksis. Yeah. Pranksis is just telling everyone to do a bunch of hilarious crimes. It's fine. So, if there are no clown pronouns, how do clown gender people refer to themselves? Literally any pronouns are applicable. He, she, they. It's a wildcard gender, like pulling out the Joker card for that part of your identity. Oh yeah, makes sense. So if I recall, there's a gender triangle with 3 genders, male, female, and clown on each point. That's a bit simplistic. You're excluding non-binary from the spectrum. See, look. The pyramid is a gender continuum. The top, or the bottom horizontal axis is a... Wait, hold on. Did I... Okay. The bottom horizontal axis is a spectrum ranging from male to female, with non-binary in the middle. That's all standard. You position yourself on this axis however you feel like. Then, moving up the y-axis takes you closer to clown gender. The higher you go, the less you resonate with the entire concept of gender at all. Like you're transcending the entire conventional spectrum and seeing gender for the partial social construct it really is. That's why it's clown gender. It embodies a whimsical attitude toward the whole deal. I like that they structured it this way, though. Yes, in fact, it is like a I like recognizing that in order to have non-binary gender or non-binary identifications, you have to have 2 binary options on either side to rest between. A lot of people just kind of like say, a lot of people try to insist that no, you can't have 2 genders, but there's gotta be somewhere to anchor the concept of gender. You have to have the binary there in order to create a structure from which other interpretations can spring forth. So, good job. Any pronouns are fine. A true clown gender person wouldn't care what they were called. They embrace all pronouns. Anyone at the peak of the pyramid is a full clown gender individual. After my stream today, I plan to come out as clown gender. Oh, cool. You mean way at the top of the pyramid? Yeah. It'll get the ball rolling on the idea. Then we step back and let the discourse fly. But is it actually true that you identify that way? It's true enough. I mean, I came up with all this shit, didn't I? Wow. I'm so proud you're taking this big step. Well, thank you. I'll have to think about where I fit on your pyramid. I don't think I'm clown. I'm too cis-womany for that. Yeah, you are. Take your time with it. Meditate deeply upon my clown gender continuum. One day, Riotous will bless you with an answer. Who? Oh god, I haven't even really gotten into the lore yet. There's so fucking much. He's a mythical clown figure, the first Jubilite who lived millions of years ago. He comes to me in these crazy dreams sometimes, which is where I got most of this from. I'll probably start getting into this stuff in a few weeks. This all sure is something. People will probably flip out about it. I can barely even imagine the discourse surrounding whatever the hell this is, or even is. Like, a story? A religion? I'm sure it'll be complete pandemonium. Alright. Deploying this material to the masses in its own way is a great form of pranksis, actually. It's like meta-pranksis. So the introduction of pranksis to the world is also pranksis. Jesus. Alright, ready to start streaming? Here, you can start the camera. Okay. I think pranksis is an interesting word. I was gonna explain praxis in the last video, but I didn't. To anyone who doesn't know, praxis is basically just the act of enacting political action. So, like, if you're pro-gun, praxis for you is to basically spread the idea that guns are only as dangerous as the person wielding them, and that's it. That's praxis. If you're anti-gun, then you write a book like Onision did, where a school shooting happens. That's praxis for you. Anyway, I'm thinking of. Normally, I take Psycolonial's videos to like 45 minutes, but today is kind of like I'm making this last minute. And I want to, because I'm making this last minute, I have to. I still have to throw this in the blender and render it, and then go through the process of uploading it. So this might not even make it to 2 o'clock, but I want to update you guys. I think I'm going to suspend some of the other game playthroughs that I've been doing lately, and focus mainly on Psycolonials and Hive Swap Act 2. A lot of my friends have been talking about it, and I kind of want to get it out of the way. Well, I mean, not get it out of the way, quote unquote, but like, I wanna play through it. I wanna get on the same page that my friends are on. So, expect a little bit less of Resident Evil and the like. I may still pepper some extra content here or there, or fill in some gaps if I feel like playing Resident Evil. But for the most part, Resident Evil is like, well, I mean, I should probably just finish it because I'm like at the very end. I'm like at the end of the game now. Whatever. I'll probably finish that. I'm probably gonna start Hive Swap in the next video, and we'll go from there. For anyone who didn't watch, I'll link to my. I'll throw some links in the description, because I tried to play Hive Swap Chapter 1, or Act 1, got stuck, and then finished it later in a stream. So I'll probably post those in the description if I remember to. The process of getting a video onto the internet has gotten so long at this point that I tend to forget what I'm going to... If I have ever said, I'm going to put something in the description, and then you scrolled down and saw the description was just a 400-character mass of text where, like, nothing that I said made any sense, that's because it takes at least 6 hours to get a video to the internet after I have finished recording. And by the time that I'm actually editing the videos, meta details on YouTube, I have completely forgotten everything that I said in the video. Anyway, this is a lot of backloading information at the end of a recording. I'm so sorry, but also I'm not. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. If you like what I do here on YouTube, it would mean the world to me if you would hit that like button and leave a comment in the comment section below. Nothing makes a channel on YouTube grow like interaction with the media, but you just being here means the world to me. Thank you so much.
So tell me